Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, good evening. My name is Alex and I am tonight's best man. First and foremost, I'd like to say what an absolute pleasure it is to welcome you to the Scott Morales Super Spreader Wedding. Please forgive me if I seem a bit nervous. This is the first time I've had any human interaction in over a year and a half. I know some of you who survived my last speech at my own wedding might be expecting me to pepper in all of the embarrassing and funny stories I have about Brandon growing up over the last 28 years. But this is his wedding day, and I just can't do that to him. I just can't tell you about the countless number of times Brandon would watch and rewatch and rewind and pause Titanic when we were younger. Just to get his 5-year-old self more educated.
Oh God, I forgot about
I just can't tell you about the time he got peed on by a baby pig at the Iowa State Fair. I can't tell you about Brandon's insanely long showers or what he does in there, mostly because I don't know. I can't tell you about the time in Colorado where Brandon got chased by a rabid moose because I wasn't there. And I can't tell you about what happened on Universal Studios City Walk because I've been sworn to secrecy. But it's comical. Did I say it? Yeah. Brandon might have peed on himself. He was 22. So rest assured, Brandon, this speech will have none of that, I promise. I first met Brandon back in the 90s. I have this vivid memory of our parents sitting me down at the kitchen island one evening and them asking, Alex, how would you like a little brother? Honestly, I was ecstatic. I instantly began making plans, what we would do, where we were going to go together, places we would go, games we would play. I even picked out the best name a 4.5-year-old could think of for a brand new little brother. Milk. Clearly that didn't stick. On the surface, Brandon and I couldn't be more different. In fact, a lot of times, unless people see us interact, they have no idea we're related. And I'm sure there have been many times in his life where he wishes he wasn't related to me. While I was writing plays and planning treasure hunts, Brandon was playing soccer and hitting home runs in Little League Baseball. At one point, he even played for the Astros, before they cheated. Growing up with Brandon meant life was ruled by Pokemon, Dragon Ball Z, Star Fox on the N64, the Backstreet Boys, and our mutual favorite food. Oops. Careful.
Chicken
fingers. I always told Brandon, I can't finish it. I always told Brandon that I was the cool older brother, and he was always quick to point out that I was his only brother. But nevertheless, Brandon quickly looked to me to help guide him through life. In elementary school, I walked him to the bus stop and checked on him at recess. In junior high, I volunteered as the assistant director for Stillwell Drama Department's low-rent production of Hurricane Smith and the Garden of the Golden Monkey. And once he was old enough to drive in high school, Brandon got the keys to my very first car, the Malibu. Which he later totaled.
Now we're in Malibu! Not that one. Not that one. Nope.
For the sake of the speech, it was that one, okay? Thanks. Make me look good here, buddy. Things weren't always easy, though. When I introduced Brandon to the Easter Bunny, he cried. When I introduced him to my favorite characters at Disney World, he cried. And when I got mad at how annoying he was being and pushed him down the stairs, I told Mom he tripped. When our parents split up, Brandon became the only person I was with 100% of the time. Whether he knows it or not, Brandon was the one that helped me navigate life as it got difficult. He always had the courage to dance like no one was watching. Like the time he shut down the dance floor at my mom's wedding. dancing to Larger Than Life by the Backstreet Boys. Please play that tonight for him. He has always had a bold sense of adventure, like that time he got lost in an iCubs baseball game, and he has unapologetically always been himself. Every winter, Brandon and I would stop at Come and Go for their delicious and extremely basic hot chocolate. And each Christmas Eve, Brandon would drag me along for late night shopping trips to Kohl's, Target, or our local Walmart, just because he forgot to buy everyone else presents. When I graduated from college and moved to California, it never occurred to me how much I would actually miss my little brother. I didn't know how difficult it would be to navigate a brand new city, how difficult it would be to navigate or to make new friends and discover new places without my partner in crime. But Brandon eventually got the memo. In 2016, he moved to California. Why? No one really knows. But I like to think it's because I made living paycheck to paycheck, struggling to find footing in my career, look so damn awesome. Plus, we had the ocean. In short, tonight would look a whole lot different if Brandon hadn't made the move to California.
Yep.
I'm turning the page, we're not clapping. But I think there's two of us here tonight that are so glad he did make the move.
Take a drink, Chris.
You know, Katie, I'm sorry to bring this up, but Katie was actually one of the first people to get COVID. She lost her sense of taste 4 years ago. I can't pinpoint the exact moment I met Katie, but she didn't have any insane nose piercings or an arrest record, so I figured this one was a keeper. Mom, you okay? In all seriousness, no, Katie, tonight you look absolutely stunning. It is like fun. Over the years, I've come to know you as someone who is smart, reliable, and caring. You have a warm and kind personality, but aren't afraid to express your own opinions. Over the last nearly 4 years, you have bravely come along for the ride that is life with Hurricane Brandon. You have survived many homemade beer tastings, many crazy road trips, and at least one disastrous attempt at vanilla almond milk mac and cheese. I was there. I offered to go to the grocery store. He didn't want me to. There's a moment early last November when we were having dinner down at Westlake Village Inn, and in an attempt to make conversation, I asked Brandon what kind of animal he thought he would be. To which he immediately responded, probably a koala. And Katie looks right across the table back at Brandon without missing a beat and goes, you know, koalas are like the dumbest animals in the world. And that's when I knew she would fit just right there. Katie and Brandon, when you both called me and woke me up from my nap after you got engaged last July, I couldn't have been happier for the two of you. Your love for each other is like radiant sunshine, and every time you two walk into a room, it gets brighter, happier, and more filled with love. But here's the hard truth. This is not a joke, guys. Here's the hard truth. Though I don't know what hardships and heartbreaks you're going to face, I sadly do know you will face them. Seasons of sorrow will come, but it's up to the two of you to choose how you face those challenges. I encourage you to let those moments and seasons strengthen your marriage. Let them make you stronger as individuals and a couple. Brittany and I, my wife, have some advice for you. In the chaos of life, make sure to stop and make time for the little things. The other night, Brittany and I watched a spider crawl across the ceiling for like 3 hours. Ask each other about your day. Get obsessed with at least one or 50 reality TV shows. And I always say I love you before you go to sleep. even if you're angry at one another. To the both of you, congratulations. I've never seen either one of you more happy than you are today, and this will be the day you remember for the rest of your lives. I can imagine a couple more ready to share this journey, and I can't tell you how proud and how happy I am to be with you at the beginning of your new life together. I love you and look forward to share our lives, families, and memories for years to come. And so everyone, please join me in raising a glass to Brandon and Katie.
Cheers.
May you go on to dance through life like no one is watching. Live life with a bold sense of adventure and unapologetically be madly in love. To Brandon and Katie.